Is your effort more targeted towards the sea and the beaches and the cleanup of those things?
That is where I'm based, and that is where the maximum production is. So I grew up with nature, and I learned to appreciate.
And those plastics take millions of years to disintegrate. And which areas do you usually concentrate on?
15 years ago, I was working for General Motors.
Got you into all of this? Like,
Baby fishes, what do you call it? They start hiding inside those roots. When they grow big, they go back into the ocean. But when there's no mangroves, there's no protection for them. Fish being in danger as well. One falls, the rest all fall.
I don't know if you've heard of this IAS officer called Tukaram Munde. Are you aware of him?
I heard of it. I written a book that got published. And then I didn't know what to do with my life.
Does your family ever object to that? अगर तुम दुख नहीं देखोगे तो सुख का आनंद कैसा उठाओगे? सो गाइज, आज आप आए हैं मेरे साथ में। मैं हूँ बैंड्रा में काटा रोड के ऊपर, और ये मेरा रेगुलर सेटअप है नहीं, ये मेरा रेगुलर अटायर है नहीं। मैं आज एक स्पेशल चीज़ के लिए आया हूँ। क्या है कि मुंबई में 3 तरफ पे समुंदर है, और उन 3 तरफ समुंदर के साथ में आते हैं बीचेस एंड आप जैसा पीछे देख सकते हैं मैंग्रोव्स। अब ये मैंग्रोव्स इतने इंपॉर्टेंट क्यों हैं? क्योंकि ये मैंग्रोव्स वही स्वम्पी लैंड है जो जब ज्यादा बारिश गिरती है तो ये अब्सॉर्ब करते हैं। अब इनकी हालत देखिए, ऐसा लगता है इनको किसी ने कपड़े का स्टैंड बना के रखा है। ये देखो, हम अक्सर हमारी फैमिली के साथ सनसेट देखने का मजा लेते हैं, बीचेस पे जाते हैं, चाहे वो बैंड्रा में हो, मरीन ड्राइव पे हो, चाहे वो काटा रोड पे हो, चाहे वो चौपाटी पे हो, चाहे वर्सोवा में हो, चाहे वसई में हो। तो क्या है, हम चले तो जाते हैं, मगर फिर वहां पे हम इंजॉय करते हैं, सनसेट देखते हैं, फिर जो खाते हैं पीते हैं सब वहीं फेंक देते हैं, और ऐसा सोचते हैं कि कोई ना कोई आएगा और वो साफ करेगा, जो अक्सरन तौर पर होता नहीं है। तो करना क्या है? अपना गंदगी खुद साफ किया करो। दूसरा, मेरे से आज मिलने वाले हैं एक आदमी जो ये चीज 500 बार कर चुके हैं। दैट्स राइट, 500 बार। And he's dedicated a portion of his life to cleaning up and making sure that our beautiful city remains beautiful. By the way, UNEP करके एक बॉडी है, यूनाइटेड नेशंस एनवायरमेंटल प्रोग्राम की रिपोर्ट के हिसाब से 11 मिलियन टन प्लास्टिक वेस्ट हर साल ओशन के अंदर डंप किया जाता है, और अगर हम केयरफुल नहीं रहे तो वही नंबर 2040 तक का 3 गुना हो जाएगा। तब क्या करेंगे? प्लास्टिक में स्विमिंग करोगे तुम? हाँ? और जैसे कि आप जानते हैं कि मेरा नाम तो ओवेस द रियल्टर है, तो रियल एस्टेट के बारे में थोड़ा तो बोलूँगा। तो क्या है कि हम हमेशा बताते हैं कि ये देखो सी व्यू लग्जरी अपार्टमेंट, ये देखो बीच फेसिंग, मगर जब हमारा समंदर और हमारा बीच साफ नहीं होगा तो वो करोड़ों रुपया प्रीमियम देके जो आप फ्लैट खरीद रहे हो, वो करोड़ रुपया पूरा वेस्ट में जाएगा। तो करना क्या है? करना ये है कि हमें एज अ कम्युनिटी आके हमारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी अपने आप को लेनी है, और ये चीज़ के अंदर एक दूसरे की मदद करके हमारी सिटी को खूबसूरत बनाना है। मैं खुद कोई एनवायरमेंटलिस्ट नहीं हूँ, तो मैं ऐसा क्लेम नहीं करूँगा, मगर मैं सीखने जा रहा हूँ एक आदमी से जो ये काम कर रहा है, और आपसे मुलाकात भी कराना है उनका। सो विदाउट एनी फर्दर अडू, लेट्स go. So today on the Owais Machhiwala Perspective, I have someone who's very interesting. As I already said, I'm meeting this person who's been spending so much time in doing public ka seva. So without any further ado, let me introduce my guest for today, Mr. Lisbon Ferrao. Sir, how are you?
I'm doing good. And
Pleasure meeting you, sir.
Pleasure meeting you.
ये आपने क्या पहन के रखी?
I was cleaning up and I forgot to take out these gloves.
अच्छा. Before we talk about beaches and everything, sir, ये आपके बारे में थोड़ा कुछ बताइए हमें. What do you do?
I work for this organization does plastic pollution, global plastic pollution. They start mapping global plastic pollution, and this organization name is IC.
I see.
IC. It's a New Zealand organization.
I see.
So we start mapping where pollution is and how to deal with it.
No, I was trying to make a very bad joke. I see.
I see.
Anyways, what got you into all of this? Like, एक दिन आपने गंदगी देखी और सोचा कि why not? Someone तो शुरू करे हुए.
I was born in Kuwait, and when we used to come down for our vacations, we used to come down to Mangalore where my grandmother was. And we had these farming lands and we had these valleys and forests. So I grew up with nature and I learned to appreciate it. When I took my children the first time to the beach, my daughter was 1.5 years old, my son was all 2.5, 3. And they were playing with plastic bottles on the beach. They were putting sand inside, they were removing it out, putting it inside, removing it out. And for me, my children are the most precious things in the world. And if something that is so much precious to me, I wanted a clean environment for them to enjoy and to experience how I experienced my childhood. So I decided to clean a little space where they were playing.
Nice. So this started off as a personal venture.
It is still a personal venture, but now it's expanded to different other things.
But yeah, I mean, as time has passed, I'm sure lots of people must have volunteered and joined in.
I stopped counting after 20,000 volunteers. So we crossed 20,000 volunteers. I stopped counting at certain. I think I've crossed more than 500 cleanups. So I stopped counting.
And which areas do you usually concentrate on?
I've cleansed around more than 15 beaches, but I focus my area on a particular beach called Boigao in Vasai.
That's where you're based.
That is where I'm based, and that is where the maximum pollution is.
Is there any particular reason why that beach is the most polluted one?
Every beach, depending on the sand and then depending on how the waves are, some beaches look clean. It's because maybe the sand is a little higher. Plastic, it doesn't, when the waves go down, it doesn't settle. Some beaches are really flat and it's very easy for the plastics to get. So it depends on which beach.
So that particular beach,
As the maximum.
leaves back a lot of plastic.
The maximum, yes.
So apart from this, you also spend your time on Carter Road cleaning up, where we are right now.
Carter Road clean. I usually come when a group or an organization calls me, to participate, because sometimes it's difficult for them to all the way travel all to Vasai.
Right.
So I come here.
That's very nice. So sir, if there was a way I could go back 15 years in time and ask you, okay, sir, would you still be doing the same thing 15 years back, or would that person be a different person?
15 years ago, I was working for General Motors. The last position I was senior manager. I owned 2 apartments, one in Borivali and one in Vasai. And I was earning a decent salary. And I was absolutely miserable.
So sir, General Motors earlier, and was the job the first thing that you decided to change, or was it the environmental factor that came in first? What came first? Chicken or the egg?
I came to a point in my life that I got frustrated. That I was working hard all day, paying my loans, Saturdays, Sundays at home, tired, Monday to Fridays, taking all the stress. I one day snapped and I left immediately. And I sat down home for a year and a half. I written a book that got published. And then I didn't know what to do with my life. I happened to meet my wife and we got married. When my kids were born, that changed the whole perspective of how I look at life. And I decided, and then especially what happened was when they started playing with pollution. And I said, this is it.
So is your effort more targeted towards the sea and the beaches and the cleanup of those things over other cleanup efforts? Like, for example, there is a lot of waste elsewhere as well. For a particular reason that you enjoy the beach yourself and that is why you want to keep it clean?
Excellent question. Somebody asked me, why can you, there's other areas that is there. I said, other areas are inhabited by humans, let them clean their own trash. I'm only cleaning the beaches because I don't want the trash to go back into the ocean and pollute the ocean and all the other creatures. Let humans deal with their own rubbish.
Fair enough. I think honestly, everyone has to learn to fend for themselves as well. Sir, it's a very noble thing that you're doing. So, is there any support that you're getting from the government in doing what you're doing?
I don't get support from the government, and I stopped. I stopped looking for support from the government, and I stopped expecting support from the government. I decided that if I have to change, I have to do it myself.
So, have you ever approached any government body,
Yes, I did. I did multiple times.
and what was their response?
Under review, we'll update you. It's in process, waiting for approvals.
So, is there no cleanliness drive which is run by the government for the beaches?
So, so different beaches have different things. Like let us say Mumbai. Mumbai, I think the beaches come under the municipal.
Yeah.
Where I stay, it doesn't come. Comes under the coastal department.
Okay.
So coastal department is not into cleaning, and then I don't think they are understaffed. To be honest, municipal garbage pickups are done by contractors. So they get paid for certain amount of areas, certain amount of dustbins. They don't get paid for. I mean, they're just contractors, so it's, that's their job.
They're just doing their job.
Yeah, and then so that's why the more dustbins you put, the more it needs to be cleaned, the more costing, the more investment. So I had to one day travel 2 kilometers to find a dustbin. I'm staying 2 kilometers. Dustbins. I mean, I put dustbins. I put my own money dustbin. I mean, we spent our own money putting dustbins on the beach, and they got robbed. I made a dustbin out of bamboo, and they dropped my bamboo.
So, sir, you've been active on social media now,
Correct.
and I'm sure you must have received a lot of positive feedback for what you're doing.
Correct.
Have you ever received any flack for what you're doing?
Oh yes, I get it. I get a lot. I get. Some people don't like what I do.
They don't like the fact that you clean beaches for free.
Well, some people say you show off. I said, okay, why don't you show off also? It's all show off now. It stops you. Click a picture.
Yeah, anyway, showing off our concerts and our meals and our vacations.
I said, pick up a trash, click a picture, and post it. I said, I'll personally click like on.
I think it's fair. If you can capture all those mundane things that you do, and if you're doing something that is actually worthwhile and inspirational, why shouldn't you put it on social media?
Yeah, so, and especially when I talk about forest or deforest, I get a lot of bots commenting, fake accounts.
So what about the mangroves? Now, Mumbai is famous because there's a lot of mangroves in the surrounding areas.
Right.
And those mangroves are being lost.
Correct.
I'm going to put it very loosely as being lost because we all know that they're not being lost. They are being exterminated.
Correct.
So we are losing a very important part of our ecosystem, which
True.
helps this city in being a natural absorbent of excess water, because of which floods never used to happen. Like for example, now you're from Vasai. Earlier there used to be a lot of rice and paddy fields.
Right.
Because of that, water used to get seeped in, the water table used to get refilled.
Correct.
And now you've concretized all of it.
Yes.
So my question in this, before I forget, is that, sir, what do you think is the policy of the government regarding mangroves? Do you think it's strong enough, or do you think it needs to be a strong policy?
See, on paper, everything is good. The reality is different. Why are mangroves being destroyed? Mangroves grow on the coastal areas. Any skyscraper I put right now here and grow, any skyscraper that is built here will sell in
2 lakh
crores.
rupees minimum. 2 lakh rupees per foot.
Yeah. Because this is seaside view.
Absolutely.
And that is why mangroves are the first ones that to be destroyed. And the other thing is shrimp farming is there, encroachment is there, pollution is there, drainage is there, there are many things. Now, even if you look here right now, here also, all the plastics are all stuck on these trees.
Yeah, it looks like a scene from Blair Witch Project to me.
So yes, mangroves are, and the other thing is not that mangroves stop, tsunamis or whatever. That is one thing that they do. The most important thing mangroves are is when these big fishes, mother fishes come and lay their eggs, and their small baby fishes, what do you call it? They start hiding inside this. When they grow big, they go back into the ocean. But when there's no mangroves, there's no protection for them. You have fish, fish being in danger as well. So it's a domino effect. One falls, the rest all fall.
It's a very sensitive ecosystem, anyways. So the entire balance of us reclaiming land. I'm sure you're very much aware of the fact that Mumbai was earlier 7 islands,
Correct.
which were then connected, and a lot of reclamation was done. And till date, there is a lot of reclamation being done. Do you
Correct.
think by destroying our coastline under the guise of infrastructure development, we are actually killing off the beauty of our city?
Yes, you can't stop it, no, because money speaks. There's so much of money involved. How do you stop that? Can't. Greed has no limits. So that is a problem. There's no limit to your greed, so you can't stop it. You think now I clean and all. Do you think that I think that it's going to save the planet? It's not going to save the planet. But things are going to get worse. This 2 months ago when there's the heavy rains, I had to walk 12 kilometers through the floods to get some.
Because your areas must have been
Yeah.
very heavily affected.
Correct. So to get groceries, I don't mind walking the floods. I'm just telling you,
It's dangerous also. No?
Yeah, it's
Manholes
dangerous.
could be open, electric lines could be there.
Manholes, electrical poles, and you have these snakes. God knows what.
Yeah.
Falling trees.
Lots of snakes over there.
Yeah, a lot of snakes.
Snakes. I mean, I don't hate snakes. I don't hate anyone. The coastal road, sir. My question to you is, what is your opinion on the coastal road?
I'm not. There's a difference between an environmentalist and an activist.
Right.
I'm not an activist. I may not like it, but I don't have an opinion about it.
Okay.
You know, because this is
It's not part of the purview of the things that you
that I do
care about.
Because see, there are many problems in the world. You can't solve all of them, but you can look at one and say, okay, this is something that I'm going to solve, and do it to your perfection.
That's a very rightfully said thing. So, sir, after doing this 500 times, as you said, nearly 500 times, do you get frustrated that there is still garbage the next day when you come back?
Oh, lovely! This is something I spoke to some students. I told them, I think it's become 8 years or 9 years since I'm doing it. For the first 2 years, I was frustrated, angry, disappointed, sad. But I said after the third, fourth, fifth year, for me, it's become more of a spiritual task. While cleaning, it's a more spiritual thing for me. So I take off all the noise and that is there. So when I'm cleaning, what is there is the wind, the ocean noise, the birds, the crows, the dogs, and me. So for me, it's a very spiritual act.
It's become more like a meditation for you.
Correct. When you when you constantly do something, you reach another level.
Yeah. So, a lot of YouTube videos are there, mukbang videos, I don't know. Like people have all these strange fetishes for seeing stuff like, cleaning stuff, pools getting cleaned, carpets getting cleaned. I don't know if you're aware. Are you aware?
I'm not aware.
Yeah, you should check it out. So, is this like your kind of like a passion? You like seeing the after effect of something that you've done? Does it give you validation? Yes, I spent my time well. I did something.
There's always a certain happy feeling chemical that is released from your body when you do something, when you do something good. Or I like to see the change, what I'm doing, and then I like to show to others what the change that I'm doing. And then I want to say, I'm more of somebody who inspires someone else to do other things, rather than. So I like to inspire someone to do it, and then when he starts doing it, I make sure that I keep pushing him to do it. So I like to inspire other people.
What would you like to inspire me to do, sir?
I think is that you can do a lot. You can make big changes in this world. I really believe everybody can make big changes. It's like a butterfly effect. You do something right now, it has a greater impact in the future as well. So I think is that if you talk more on these subjects, it may be boring a little. At one point in time, everybody will think that you're absolutely right and serious about it. See, I don't have many followers, but I have genuine followers. So I don't have. I have genuine followers who are really concerned about the environment. I have people from around the world, and we keep talking, keep discussing, share ideas and stuff like that. So, yes.
It's always good to have a community around you, sir. So, if there was one policy change that if you had the power to make one policy change, what would that policy change be?
Ban single-use plastic. Avoid. Come up with alternatives. Give. Give companies and corporate companies heavy tax rebates on changing their packaging. That's in policies. This is what I would do.
And don't you think that with the advent of all these Blinkits and Zomatos and Zeptos, that the use of disposable packaging has increased?
Correct. Yeah. So I find find a lot of I find a lot of thermocol. These thermocol has come from two places. One is from online shopping, and the other one has come from fishermen's boats. These fishes in these thermocol boxes. I find. I mean, look at this. You have this. These packets that this is like a premium tissue packets that is there.
Yeah.
But the most of the things that we find right now is all single-use plastic.
Yeah. And those plastics take millions of years to disintegrate.
Of 100, 200, 500 years, I takes some time.
And all these microplastics finally find our way back into our system and we eat.
Yes, so let us say that you buy a 100 rupees t-shirt from D-Mart, Big Bazaar. That is made of plastic waste. You put it in your washing machine, start shredding it into microplastic, goes into the drain, everybody eats it. You're going to eat it. That's the whole system.
So we're basically just eating our own foods.
See, there was a ship captain who told me that my daughter had come for your cleanup through her school. And then he said, I told my daughter that this is the first and last time. Why should we pick up somebody else's garbage? I said, okay. I said, see, the plastic that is there on the ground, it will eventually turn into microplastic. Fishes, animals, other people will start eating it. And eventually you will eat it. So either you pick it up right now or you're going to eat it in the near future. You decide what you want to do.
So, I don't know if you've heard of this IAS officer called Tukaram Munde. Are you aware of him?
I heard of him.
So, basically, he has been very, I would say, useful, very strict in taking action in making sure that our food standards are now
Correct,
better
yes.
regulated.
Yes.
And I think he's done a crazy good job.
Yes.
So, do you think we need someone like that in the environmental ministry to be able to actually make some actual change?
We need people like him, but sadly, people like him don't really get these positions. They're pushed down. Nobody likes these kind of people. That's sad. But I think as all of us can become like him. Why not?
No, I think I've realized that in India, our culture says cleanliness is next to godliness.
Only in our house.
Only in our house. मतलब कि we restrict our identity to the four walls within which we live and maximum अगर थोड़ा बाहर जाते हैं तो अपने compound तक. उसके बाहर जैसा जाते हैं वैसा इंसान भूल जाता है कि ये शहर अपना है.
I don't know why. I think it's I told somebody in India, pollution is a very complex problem. It has to do with culture. It has to do with religion. It has to do with status. It has to do with ignorance, arrogance, and corruption, I think I said. So it's a mixed thing, There's so much to solve because it's not just one thing that is there. There's a huge problem of corruption. Huge problem of everybody thinks it's somebody else's job. In the rainy season, this guy from the bungalow, he takes a bag and he puts it in the gutter. Nala's flowing. And I'm looking at him and he's smiling and he walks off. I'm looking at him like, why? So the minute he puts it down, it becomes somebody else's problem.
Yeah.
It just flows off. It's just out. It's not my problem anymore.
So, don't you think that maybe I'm not going to deflect the entire blame onto the government, but a part of the blame has to go to the fact that I, in my experience as a citizen, at times want to dispose of garbage in a garbage
Correct.
can. And I, at times, I'm looking for a place where I can throw it, and there is none.
Put it in your bag.
No, I understand. Like we have, so in our car, we've put a bag in
Correct,
which
yes.
we put our kachara and then we throw it in the bag. But कितने बार inconvenient होता है. At times you're just opening a wafer packet. You're done with the wafer packet. Now you want to throw it somewhere. So don't you think that after every couple of 100 meters or so, there should be trash cans everywhere?
I want to file a PIL with municipal about putting 100 meters of dustbins.
I think it would be very useful.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a lawyer. The file that they're saying is this dustbin is our basic necessity.
So if anyone is a lawyer, please get in touch with us. Sir wants to file a PIL. It'll help you also. It'll help sir. It'll help the city as a whole. Sir, do you think in India that if you file a PIL, that you will get some positive feedback?
I don't know. I mean, but it's just see, I'm doing what I'm doing not because I think I'll see success. I'm doing what I'm doing is so that when I grow old, I should feel I try to do something at least instead of doing nothing. I have the capacity to do something right now. I may not have it after 10, 15 years. So I think just do it.
That's a very nice thing to think about, because in the end, we're just transitionary beings.
Like, it doesn't matter whether you win or you lose. Just what matters is you're following the process. And you're not sitting down saying is I did nothing and I blame the whole world.
Yeah.
So you can't say that you are a failure if you didn't do anything. I've seen many failures and I enjoy them. I don't mind. It doesn't matter.
I think failing is a part of life, and
Yeah,
it's a very beautiful part of life.
Yes, it's lovely.
अगर तुम दुख नहीं देखोगे तो सुख का आनंद कैसा उठाओगे?
Correct.
So, when you see someone who is littering, do you ever go and confront that person, or do you think of it as what's the point? Who will get into the
I look at the situation first. If I'm with my kids, I do not engage. And I suggest other people don't engage. If you're with your kids or wife, you shouldn't engage with them because people become aggressive.
No.
So we can the other ways of telling them nicely, or depending. But I would not be don't engage, don't get into a fight. You can tell him politely, and if he's aggressive, then you can back off.
So, is your family a part of the
Cleanup, yes. My wife and me, we are mostly. I think both of us crossed 500. My daughter and my son crossed around 250, 300.
Wow, at a very young age, right? How?
My daughter is 10.
And she's already cleaned 250.
Easily. She
Wow.
planted more than 500 mangrove seeds.
How sweet.
And she's got a certificate as well.
Such a very good environmental, I would say. I think the best people to inspire the children should be the parents. So I think you're doing a tremendous job at that.
Children enact what their parents do. If their parents litter, if their parents do something, children will follow that. Children will not follow what the school teaches them or what they learn. Children maximum as the growing age, follow what their parents do.
Absolutely. So, sir, in Mumbai, real estate prices are based on the proximity to the sea.
Correct.
So, do you think that there should be a surcharge that the government charges the developers who make sea-facing places? That you want the view, you pay for the cleanup as well. Do you think that is one way in which you can?
Seem far-fetched, but I think is that a lot of people have different views. Some people say cleanup is not a solution. Some people say recycling is not the solution. Some people say this is not the solution, that is not the solution. So everybody has an opinion, and so I would not know.
Okay. So, sir, you stay in Vasai, and there's a good ecology in Vasai. I'm sure that there are turtles now that come to the beach to lay their eggs.
Turtles usually hatch on certain beaches that are very secluded.
Okay.
So if a turtle hatches here, when it grows up and it wants to hatch again, it will come to the same very spot.
Yeah.
Regardless of what. So usually you'll find them in islands and all that. Mumbai, you would not find them hatching.
But Juhu, they do, right? They don't?
That is false news.
अच्छा क्या बात करते हो यार, मैं तो मान लिया था.
I'll prove it to you. They took that picture of hatching eggs from a place in Orissa. You take that picture and you Google search it.
Are you serious?
Do it right now. Like, show me that picture and do a Google search.
Reverse propaganda.
Correct. It's all rubbish that they claimed, and then turtles started coming in, and everybody believed it. And a lot of naive people are there.
So, sir, I'm sure that you're sacrificing a lot of your time,
Right.
and I'm sure you must be sacrificing a lot of your money. So, does your family ever object to that?
In fact, I used to have a little. We used to have debate. I used to have a debate with my wife. My wife is a Hungarian and she likes to feed people. So when cleanups, we offer free food, breakfast, and stuff like that. And there was a time where I was struggling with finances, but she insisted that we continue doing what we're doing. Now somebody else pays for it. So
God sends a different way.
yes, this I believe.
This is always there. Let's say that you decide to stop. Do you think there will be another person who will come and take your place, or this is the end then? All your kids take your place.
There will always be somebody, because wherever there have to be a balance in nature. Always balances. It cannot be all evil. Wherever there is all evil, something pops up.
It's like Spider-Man.
Like Spider-Man. Yeah.
There's also a huge business now around sustainability.
Correct.
A lot of brands are becoming very conscious about sustainable bags, bamboo bags,
Yes.
jute bags.
Yes.
Do you think it is just a business gimmick opportunity that will not help, or do you think it will actually help if they are adopted?
I like what they're doing. To be honest, I like this whole sustainable products coming up, paper packaging. It's a little on the higher side in terms of costing.
Yes.
The reason is you can't beat plastic in terms of costing. But people are realizing that if I spend a little more, it has a global impact. See, today you pick up this piece of rubbish. You may not know what you did, but what you did is you created a big global impact that this probably will not become microplastic and not go into some creature's stomach. So we're going to take time, but it'll take time.
So in a population which is generally living hand to mouth in a place like Mumbai, despite being such a big metro city, a large population is working day and night just to make ends meet.
Correct.
Do you think it is their responsibility as well to make sure that they don't litter, and if they do, that they also take part in all these drives, or do you think the government should be doing more for them?
I once told somebody that pollution is a white man's responsibility. I said pollution is people in Europe, US, Australia, Canada, they're all worried about pollution. In Asia, we are worried about food, shelter, medicine. We don't have time to look into this. The reason is we're trying to make a living.
So do you think the equivalent should be that part of the CSR of companies and big MNCs that come over here should be the cleanup?
It should be, but everything is nice on paper, no? On reality is something different. On paper, I will show you, I put on my website that I'm contributing so much to climate change, contributing so much. Ground reality subjects.
So there is this,
I could tell you that I cleared 2 million tons of trash.
yeah,
Where is
the proof.
where is how do you authenticate it?
Exactly.
What I'm saying. Oh, he did 8-10 years. He must have. I'm taking his word for it. That's why I stopped counting. Because there are people who are claiming. There was once a 90 volunteers came to a beach. They cleaned half a truck. That truck maximum load was around 9-10 tons. Half a truck is 4 tons. They posted that they cleared 90 tons.
Wow.
90 guys, 90 tons. One guy, 1 ton in 1 hour. So I realize is that anybody can say anything. Some NGO will say, I planted 1 million trees. Where? Show me. Are they alive?
So there is this initiative in the IPL where every dot ball is a green dot ball, and that for every dot ball they are planting a tree. You think that's true?
Maybe true, maybe not. I don't know. I'm just telling it. I'm not saying everybody's a liar. I'm just telling is authenticating is on a different level.
Yeah. So, sir, what next? How would you like this to grow?
I'm actually thinking of doing daily cleanups on my own, solo daily cleanups on different places, different parts of India. But I'm just trying to get motivated.
And are you creating a community that people can join if they're interested in that area?
Yes. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to create something that is. I'm trying to make cleanups fashionable. If you make something fashionable, then people would like to be part of it. Don't make it boring. I hate boring stuff. You know? So it's either fitness with cleanups or either something that is there. Make it
Best way to get your steps in.
correct.
And the number of times you bend, you'll start getting abs.
Yes. I have ropes. I have ropes and huge bags. So what I do is I make people fill it up and I make them drag.
Oh, lovely. Huh?
Yeah, so this is what we do.
So you actually getting paid instead of paying a gym. You can actually do it for free
Yes.
and actually help the environment and yourself.
Correct.
That's an interesting concept. I think there should be beach parties as well. A nice DJ with music and then everyone picking up trash.
Well, it's nice, but here's the thing: is that when you're in nature, it is always good not to make loud music because you have these small birds and stuff. They get frightened without, and not too much noise. So the idea is to be part of the environment, to fit into the environment, and not be out of it. That's what I think.
So, sir, around me, I see all of these mangrove trees.
Right.
And I don't know what is the plastic stuff that has been put. So, has no one ever ventured and cleaned this, or has this been cleaned and again it's become like this?
So what happens is that when the high tide comes in, it comes with the trash, and it goes through the trees, and then it gets stuck in the branches, and then the low tide goes.
So, no one has put these up.
No, it's the tide.
मैं वही बोलूं कौन आके इधर प्लास्टिक लटका के जा रहे हैं एक झाड़ के ऊपर वो भी इतना
नहीं, नहीं।
artistically.
It is the
Waves are the one.
going inside, coming out, going inside, coming out.
And do you think that if you had a volunteer crew of like, I don't know, how many people would you need to clean up all of this?
Around 800 to 1,000.
And how much time would that
It
take?
would take around 4-5 hours. The reason is because you have to. It's all stuck in
Yeah.
angle. It takes time to remove them. It's not like something that you pick up.
Yeah. But do you think that you need permission for doing all of this, or?
To work on the mangroves, you have to inform the mangrove foundation or inform the forest department or whatever, whoever is in charge. Mangroves are so-called protected plants. So if you're doing something, it's better that you just inform them what you're doing.
And do you get permissions very easily?
They're okay. They're not. If they know that you know what you're doing and all this stuff, they give.
So do you have to like sign an undertaking that?
I did have an MOU with them.
Acha, aisa.
I had one. I left it.
Why?
I wanted a little extra support. Get it?
So no politicians have ever approached you and said, you know what, this will look good for my campaign.
They did.
And did you decide to do it with them?
No. I don't involve myself in politics.
But don't you think that politics is the only way that you will actually get governmental support for these things?
No, they don't. I know what's happening. There are people who come. There are groups who join me just because they want some content. If you are a cyclist, you know, there are groups who join with content, and I know that. I know why they come. It's just content.
Yeah, but as you rightly said earlier, that even if they come for content, what difference does it make? As long
Doesn't
as
make me no difference.
yeah, as long as you know the kachara is getting cleaned up, how na content banao na bhai bano. I think rather than making TikTok reels, now the Ravi Kishan is also trending. Maybe they should know something over here.
Ravi Krishna is that politician.
Ravi Kishan is that actor, Bhojpuri actor turned politician.
Whose reels are dances.
He's trending right now.
With his dances.
Yeah.
He speaks well and then singing.
He speaks tremendously well. I think he's a very eloquent person.
Correct.
I think that is one of the prerequisites of politics. Except if you're Dr. Manmohan Singh. Then you can stay silent for 2 terms and nothing happens. So, sir, thank you so much for your time. I think it was an absolute pleasure meeting you. So, sir, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.